Good day, Crime Talk aficionados. This is ScottReisch of Crime Talk. Today, we have more information about the AJ Freund homicide case in Illinois. Let's talk about it. Good day, Crime Talk aficionados. Thank you for tuning into Crime Talk. If you like the channel, please subscribe. If you like the video, please hit the like button and please leave a comment. Today, we're going to talk about AJ Freund, the young 5-year-old boy who was found deceased yesterday in an open field in a shallow grave. AJ's parents have both been arrested and charged with murder. They appeared today in court, and bond for each of them was set at $5 million. It's unlikely that either one of them will be able to make that bond. Additionally, we've learned that the autopsies determined that the young AJ Freund died of head trauma after multiple blunt force injuries. Further information states that AJ was put in to take a cold shower, and then either one or both of his parents beat him, ultimately resulting in his death. What is even more disturbing is that AJ was buried on April 15th in this shallow grave, but he was not reported missing until the 18th of April. So 3 days had gone by, and then, as we listened to yesterday, the father, if you want to call him that, called the police, and the 911 call, it was a clear giveaway that something was not correct.
And have you checked everywhere, like under tables or in closets?
Closets, the basement, the garage, everywhere.
Okay. What's your child's name?
Andrew, last name Freund. We call him AJ.
Freund is T-R-E-N-D?
F-R-E-U-N-D.
And what's the middle?
Thomas.
And is his mom at the residence as well?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your name, sir?
Andrew Sr.
Okay. Do you have any pets in the house?
Yes.
Are any missing as well or no?
Nope.
Was any of the doors open?
No. I mean, no outside doors or anything like that.
No doors or windows?
No.
Okay, officer's phone on door now.
Okay, yeah, I see him.
As further information developed, apparently both the mother and the father were confronted with text messages and ultimately confessed. The father, Andrew Freund, was an attorney who had been disbarred. The information that we've learned so far was that he was Mr. Freund, Andrew Freund Sr., was licensed as an attorney in 1984 and was suspended for 2 years until further order of the court. That suspension was stayed after 90 days by a 2-year period of conditional probation. While representing his client in a dissolution of marriage case, Mr. Freund was convicted of indirect criminal contempt after a judge found that he had violated court orders. I'm not sure of what those orders are at this time, but once we get further information, we will let you know. I can tell you, as a practicing attorney, you have to do something pretty harsh to be held in contempt and ultimately get disciplined for that. So it must have been something completely violating his ethical responsibilities, more than likely to his client. Additionally, Mr. Freund had been removed as an attorney from the master role for failing to register or pay his dues and complete his mandatory legal education requirements, and that suspension took place in October 13 of 2015. Now, we also know that young AJ, when he was born, he was taken into care of the Illinois Department of Child and Family Services because he had opioids in his system. And it does not take a whole lot of deduction, analysis, speculation on anyone's part to realize that the senior Andrew Freund, the attorney who's no longer an attorney and now charged with murder, that he more than likely had a drug problem that more than likely led to his suspension and the fact that he is no longer licensed as an attorney. Additionally, AJ Freund, now deceased, has a younger brother, and his mother is also now pregnant. And that is even more disturbing that these people, one, have their children. She's pregnant again. And this family has had numerous run-ins with the Illinois Department of Child and Family Services. The mother of AJ Freund, that's Miss Cunningham, her mother in 2013 filed a motion or a petition for an order of protection for her grandson, AJ, accusing the Cunningham and Andrew Sr. Freund of neglecting him in the form of refusing to provide him with medical care and food. Additionally, there's been reports where the family has been reported to the Department of Human Services, and the report showed that the house was unkept, that there was animal feces in the house, and it was basically just unkept and unsanitary. Once again, that goes back to more than likely these people are in there doing drugs, whether we're talking about prescription pills or whether they're doing heroin or some other drug or a combination of drugs, but that would certainly be consistent with what I have seen over the years. Neglected parents usually have some sort of substance abuse issue. The Miss Cunningham and Andrew Freund Sr. will appear again in court next week for formal filing of charges. Now, in the comments yesterday, there were many questions about why are there so many charges. Well, both Freund and Cunningham have been charged with first-degree murder, aggravated battery, aggravated domestic battery, and failure to report a missing child or a child's death. And Freund has also been charged with concealment of a homicidal death. Now, obviously, the most serious charge here is first-degree murder, which under Illinois law carries up to 60 years in prison and can carry life if there are certain aggravating circumstances. Now, the aggravated battery is really the same charge, same set of facts, and it's just a different theory of prosecution. Let's say they were convicted of all the charges, aggravated battery, aggravated domestic battery. Those charges would merge because all the facts are the same, and ultimately he would get either the 60-year maximum, let's say, or even life, but those would merge because they're all based out of the same facts. And we're really going to have to watch here in the next couple of days because Miss Cunningham, the mother, refused to cooperate in any way with the police. And obviously, Mr. Andrew Freund, the senior, he led the police to the body of his son, AJ. So it'll be curious to see if they both will take a plea or whether these matters will both go to trial. It'll be curious to see whether they point the fingers at each other. Needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is a tragedy. A society is judged upon how they treat and protect the women and their children. And when a child like this passes away, a whole community loses that child. It's not just these parents. It's not just the immediate family. The entire community suffers because there's always so much potential. And some of the comments that I've read were that these people knew that this kid did not have a chance. And why social services, whether it's in Illinois or other jurisdictions, don't push harder in cases like this, it's always surprising to me, and I understand it. We all may not be perfect parents, but there's a difference between not being a good parent and neglecting a child, and at a certain point, we have to protect the children out there, particularly if we know or we have good information that these people are doing drugs. Particularly here, they knew these individuals were using opioids. Certainly the mother, if the dad was allowing it, they can take all the classes they want, but until and if they are clean and they stay consistently clean, there's no way that they should have these children. No one in my 25 years of practicing law, doing criminal defense, has ever said, man, I wish I had just done one more hit of blank. I had taken one more injection of heroin or taken one more injection of pills. And I understand it's a powerful addiction, but every time those people take those drugs, they are saying that those drugs are more important than their own children. And that's why this tragedy has happened. Thank you for watching Crime Talk. Please like, please subscribe, hit that little bell. And, oh, by the way, if you'd like to get a mug, there's a link below as well. Have a great day.